From the start, Carol Burnett and Harvey Korman formed a dynamic partnership on the legendary sketch comedy series The Carol Burnett Show, working alongside familiar faces like Vicki Lawrence and Tim Conway. The cast appeared as a close-knit family, devoted to making audiences laugh, and their performances often showcased a seamless chemistry. However, beneath the surface of this cheerful facade, tension sometimes arose. Despite their professional success, Burnett and Korman's relationship was not always smooth. In private, Burnett sometimes felt frustration or disappointment with Korman's acting choices or attitude, leading to moments of tension on set. Their interactions occasionally grew strained, especially when Korman struggled with material or missed cues, causing Burnett to become visibly annoyed. Behind the scenes, Korman was known for his quick wit and humor, but also for moments of stubbornness that could irritate Burnett. Over the years, this professional friction became more noticeable, yet they maintained respect for each other's talents. Few fans realized that some of Burnett's most memorable sketches involved her navigating and managing these behind-the-scenes challenges with Korman. Despite occasional disagreements, their work together created some of the show's most iconic moments. Their relationship remains a fascinating glimpse into the complex reality of comedy partnerships, revealing that even the most beloved collaborations can have their struggles. Initially, Burnett doubted her chances of making it on television because producers did not believe she was the right fit. They thought she was too big and too loud for the small screen, and were unsure if she could succeed in that environment. Despite her doubts, Burnett continued to perform and work hard, hoping to prove her critics wrong. After one of her performances, she was approached by a stranger who seemed to have a special interest in her career. The stranger offered her a gift of $1,000, which was a significant amount at the time, to help her get started in acting. However, there were 3 conditions attached to this generous offer. First, she had to repay the money within 5 years, showing her commitment to succeed. Second, she had to keep the stranger's identity a secret, creating an air of mystery around the whole situation. Third, once she became successful, she was asked to help someone else in the same way, passing on the kindness of her benefactor. This mysterious supporter played a small but important role in Burnett's journey, symbolizing hope and unexpected help. The identity of this stranger remained a secret, and some believe he was a mystery benefactor who wanted to see Burnett succeed and help others later on. This story highlights her early struggles and the unusual help that encouraged her to keep going, despite doubts about her abilities. Burnett's resilience, combined with this mysterious support, paved her way forward in her career, inspiring her to reach new heights in entertainment. She carried the lesson of kindness and helping others, and the secret benefactor's offer became a special part of her story that stayed with her throughout her successful career. Initially, the soundtrack of Mama's Family has a fascinating history rooted in its darker origins. The show did not start as the cheerful and humorous series many people remember. Instead, it evolved from a more serious and somewhat grim sketch called The Reunion, created in 1974. This sketch showcased characters that were often cantankerous and irritable, giving it a much more intense and less light-hearted tone. Over time, these characters were transformed and softened, turning into the more comedic and family-friendly personas seen in the televised series. Meanwhile, Vicki Lawrence played a crucial role in the show's development. Her mother was a strong supporter and encouraged her to reach out to Carol Burnett, a famous comedian and actress. Her mother urged her to write a fan letter to Burnett, who had a significant influence on her. This fan letter was a turning point because Burnett took notice of Lawrence and attended a special event called the Miss Fireball Contest, in which Lawrence was participating. Her appearance at the contest caught Burnett's attention, and this connection eventually led to Lawrence joining the cast of Mama's Family, transforming her career and bringing her talent into the spotlight. The transition from the darker sketch to the family comedy involved a lot of creative changes, but the story behind how Vicki Lawrence got involved adds a special layer to the show's history. It shows how persistence and a bit of encouragement from her mother helped Lawrence step into a role that would make her a well-known actress and comedian. The soundtrack, reflecting the show's humor and charm, stands as a testament to the journey from darker beginnings to a beloved comedy series. Initially, Lawrence's first encounter with Burnett took place when Burnett attended the Miss Fireball Contest, a pageant where Vicki Lawrence was competing. Burnett went there specifically to support her friend and fellow performer. When Lawrence saw Burnett in the audience, she was surprised and amazed to see her hero present at the event. This unexpected appearance made a lasting impression on Lawrence, reinforcing Burnett's influence and admiration from those who looked up to her. Meanwhile, Lyle Waggoner was soon cast in a prominent role as the commentator for the show. Producer Joe Hamilton selected Waggoner because he had a combination of good looks and a lively sense of humor, qualities that made him a natural fit for television. Hamilton even jokingly pointed out Waggoner's good looks, referencing his past as a centerfold in Playgirl magazine. This playful teasing highlighted Waggoner's charm and personality, adding a fun element to the show. The decision to cast Waggoner as the commentator was based on his appeal and the way he could carry a humorous, engaging presence on TV. Burnett's support of Vicki Lawrence and Waggoner's casting both showed how important personal connections and humor are in creating a successful and entertaining show. Their involvement helped shape the early days of what would become a popular and long-standing program. Growing up, Carol Burnett had a special way of showing her love and affection, which was expressed through her ear tug. This small, sentimental gesture was more than just a simple act. It was Burnett's special way of saying hello and I love you to her family, especially her grandmother. It became a meaningful part of her life, symbolizing the bond she shared with her loved ones. Meanwhile, her relationship with her mother was quite different. Burnett's mother was cautious about her daughter's dreams of acting, which she discouraged. She believed that acting was not a safe or practical career choice, and she urged Burnett to pursue a different path. Instead, her mother encouraged her to become a writer, thinking this was a more secure and sensible profession. Burnett faced the challenge of balancing her own dreams with her mother's advice. The ear tug remained a quiet yet powerful reminder of her love for her grandmother and family, even as she worked hard to follow her passion for comedy and acting. Her story reflects how familial support and understanding can be complicated, with small gestures like the ear tug representing deep feelings that words sometimes cannot express. Despite her mother's discouragement, Burnett persisted in her career, driven by her passion and the loving memories of her grandmother, which kept her motivated during difficult times. This combination of love, family influences, and personal determination shaped Burnett's life and career, inspiring her to bring joy to many through her performances. The Carol Burnett Show was famous for its funny mistakes and unexpected moments that made viewers laugh even more. One of the most memorable parts of the show was the bloopers that happened during taping. Harvey Korman, one of the regular performers, sometimes found it hard to stay in character and would burst out laughing or break away from the script, creating hilarious scenes that fans loved to watch again. Vicki Lawrence, another cast member, often had spontaneous and unscripted moments that caught everyone by surprise, adding genuine laughter to the show. Tim Conway, known for his comedic skills, once shared a funny story involving an elephant, which became one of his most popular comic moments. Besides these bloopers, there was a funny story involving Carol Burnett herself. She had gone shopping at Bergdorf Goodman, a fancy department store, but unfortunately lost her credit card and driver's license. She needed to get her check accepted, so she performed her famous Tarzan yell loudly in the store to get attention and convinced the staff to accept her check. This event, filled with humor and her quick thinking, became a well-remembered part of her legendary show, showing her comedic talent even outside of her usual sketches. The combination of these behind-the-scenes mishaps and Burnett's quick wit made the Carol Burnett Show beloved by many fans, creating a legacy of laughter through both scripted comedy and real-life funny moments. On the show, the unique question and answer segment was created to help engage the audience and make the show more interactive. The executive producer, Joe Hamilton, proposed this idea because he wanted to find a way to involve viewers directly and add a fresh, entertaining element to the program. This segment allowed cast members and guests to answer questions posted by the audience, creating spontaneous and sometimes humorous moments that contributed to the show's charm. Amid this process, Carol Burnett played a vital role by guiding the cast and ensuring that the humor remained lively and enjoyable. She was especially attentive to Vicki Lawrence, her close friend and fellow performer. When the writing team initially resisted, Burnett insisted on having funnier lines for Lawrence, clearly showcasing her mentorship and support. She believed in giving Lawrence the best material possible and helped boost her confidence to deliver comedy with more punch. Despite some resistance from the writers, Burnett's determination ensured that the segment remained lively and filled with humor, helping it become a memorable part of the show's charm. Her mentorship not only helped improve the quality of the comedy, but also encouraged the cast to try new things and bring more energy to their performances. Throughout the show's run, this Q&A segment grew in popularity, partly because of Bernetti's dedication to supporting her team and adding humor that audiences loved. Her ability to guide and motivate others played a big part in making the show a success and creating a warm, fun atmosphere on set. This combination of audience interaction, creative guidance, and Bernetti's mentorship made the soundtrack of the show special and memorable for viewers. After a wardrobe malfunction caused Mistress Wiggins' distinctive walk, Carol Burnett had to adjust her posture by arching her back to keep the large skirt from moving. This unexpected wardrobe issue gave Mistress Wiggins her memorable gait, which became one of her signature traits. During this time, Burnett and her co-star Lawrence discovered the characters they played in the family sketches. They found their comedic personalities not through rehearsals or serious practice, but while they were in a restroom, yelling at each other. This spontaneous and humorous moment allowed them to develop more authentic characters by fully embodying their roles in that setting. The bathroom scene became a crucial moment in shaping their performances, as they laughed and experimented with their characters away from the stage. Burnett's talent for turning a wardrobe malfunction into a funny and defining feature added charm to her performance, making Mistress Wiggins' walk legendary. Meanwhile, the discovery of their characters in such an informal situation helped them create genuine comedy that audiences loved. Their ability to find humor in everyday mishaps and in the midst of improvisation played a big part in the success of their show. This behind-the-scenes moment shows how genuine reactions and spontaneous creativity are important in comedy. Burnett's quick thinking turned a wardrobe problem into a comedic detail that fans still remember. The moment in the restroom bridged the gap between rehearsal and performance, allowing Burnett and Lawrence to connect with their characters deeply. Their genuine laughter and collaboration made the sketches more lively and fun. Over time, Mistress Wiggins' walk and her character's personality became even more distinctive because of those playful and unrehearsed moments. The experience in the restroom marked a turning point where their comedic chemistry was clearly visible and helped shape the memorable performances that fans cherish. Burnett's skill at turning embarrassment into entertainment exemplifies her talent for comedy and her ability to make the most out of any situation. This story highlights how even small incidents can lead to big moments of creativity and character development in entertainment. The combination of her physical comedy, spontaneous improvisation, and character discovery in that bathroom scene contributed greatly to the overall success of the soundtrack and the sketches. Burnett's adaptability and humor created characters that felt real and relatable, and her performance in that moment became a treasured part of her comedy legacy. Although the show aimed to showcase a variety of talented performers, the story behind acquiring key cast members reveals interesting moments. Carol Burnett played a crucial role in shaping the show's success by actively recruiting the right talent. One notable instance involved Burnett spotting Harvey Korman in the CBS parking lot. Recognizing his talent and believing he would be perfect for the show, she convinced him to join. Her efforts helped fulfill the producer's vision of having a strong cast capable of delivering comedy and entertainment. Harvey Korman's inclusion became a significant part of the show's identity, bringing humor and character to the program. Meanwhile, on a different note, a young Jim Carrey was eager to become part of the show as well. He sent his resume to the producers, hoping to audition and showcase his talent. Unfortunately, his style and skills did not meet the show's specific requirements at that time. As a result, Carrey did not get the chance to audition or join the cast during that period. This missed opportunity marked a turning point early in Carrey's career, showing that even talented entertainers can face setbacks before reaching success. The story of Burnett's instinctive decision to enlist Korman and Carrey's initial rejection highlights how talent often requires the right timing and circumstances to shine. It also underscores Burnett's keen eye for recognizing potential in performers, which contributed greatly to the show's enduring popularity. Over time, Korman became a staple of the cast, while Carrey's early efforts laid the groundwork for his future success, even though he was not part of this particular show at that time. Their stories reflect the unpredictable nature of show business, where perseverance and timing can make all the difference. Tim Conway was known for his improvisation skills, particularly during the second taping of each episode of The Carol Burnett Show. He was given the freedom to improvise, and this often led to unexpected moments of humor that left the rest of the cast struggling to maintain their composure. Conway's ability to spontaneously create funny moments added an unpredictable and genuine element to the show, making those scenes even more memorable for the audience. Vicki Lawrence also became well known for her quick thinking and ad-libbing during these moments, especially in response to Conway's improvisations. A notable example of this came during the famous Elephant Story. In this sketch, Conway's unexpected improvisations caused Lawrence to break character and ad-lib her responses, leading to an uproar of laughter from the cast and audience alike. Her ability to react on the spot, maintaining her character while responding to Conway's antics, showcased her own comedic timing and quick wit. The combination of Conway's improvisational style and Lawrence's ad-libbing created some of the most memorable and hilarious moments on the show. The cast's inability to control their laughter often made these scenes even funnier, as the genuine reactions added to the authenticity of the humor. These moments remain some of the most iconic and beloved in the history of the Carol Burnett Show. First, Conway is credited with creating the characters Mr. Tudball and Mistress Wiggins, who became some of the most memorable figures on the Carol Burnett Show. He originally envisioned Mistress Wiggins as an elderly woman, but over time her character was changed into a more humorous and ditzy secretary, which added a lively and comedic element to the sketches. These characters often appeared in sketches that showcased Conway's talent for comedy and character development, becoming beloved by audiences who enjoyed their humorous interactions and funny situations. Additionally, the soundtrack and the show's costumes played a significant role in making the characters and scenes stand out. One of the most iconic costumes from the show is the curtain dress worn by Carol Burnett herself. Designer Bob Mackie was responsible for creating this extraordinary garment, which was used in a parody of the film Gone with the Wind. The dress was so remarkable that it has been preserved at the Smithsonian Institution, symbolizing the show's impact on pop culture and its contributions to comedy and fashion. The dress's design was both humorous and impressive, capturing the attention of viewers and critics alike. This combination of character creation and memorable costumes contributed greatly to the show's success. Conway's clever characterization combined with Bob Mackie's inventive costume design helped elevate the sketches into timeless moments that are still celebrated today. The memorable curtain dress and the hilarious characters of Mr. Tudball and Mistress Wiggins remain a testament to the creativity behind the Carol Burnett Show, illustrating how costume and character brought comedy to life in a way that resonated with audiences for generations. After Dick Van Dyke took over the role from Harvey Korman, it became clear that he was trying to bring his unique personality into the part. However, he didn't quite fit the bill as a replacement because he stayed true to himself, even when wearing a wig and dress. His natural style and charm made the scene feel different from what the original had been, leaving some viewers thinking the switch didn't completely work. On the other hand, Tim Conway's performance added a special touch because he was experiencing real pain during a submarine sketch. This pain was caused by a recent vasectomy, which he hadn't expected to affect his acting. Instead of hiding his discomfort, Conway let it show, which made the scene more genuine and relatable. The pain added an unintended layer of authenticity to the performance, capturing the chaos and humor of the sketch, while also giving the audience a glimpse of the actor's real struggles. The combination of Van Dyke's attempt to fit into a different mold and Conway's honest pain created interesting moments that highlighted the different ways performers bring their personalities and realities into their work. Before starting the performance, Carol Burnett drew inspiration from an unusual incident involving Conway's dentist. Conway's dentist was so dedicated to his work that he once injected Novocaine into his own thumb instead of a patient's, a bizarre and amusing event that sparked creativity in Burnett. This funny story became the seed for a humorous skit that she knew would entertain audiences. During rehearsals, Burnett added her special touch by giving the family sketch a southern accent, which was a change from the original Midwestern setting originally planned. The southern flavor brought a new charm and humor that resonated well with viewers, making the sketch even more memorable. Meanwhile, Korman, another cast member, found it hard to keep a straight face as the skit played out because of Burnett's lively delivery and the hilarious scenario. The combination of the real-life story, Burnett's unique interpretation, and the spontaneous humor created an iconic routine that delighted audiences and showcased her talent for transforming simple inspiration into a comedy masterpiece. Her ability to adapt the script, change accents, and raise the humor level made the family sketch a highlight of her performances. The funny incident involving Conway's dentist served as a perfect example of how everyday moments, when infused with creativity and humor, can lead to great entertainment. Through her talent, Burnett turned a strange dental story into a comedy classic that left viewers smiling and laughing. The success of this sketch demonstrated her skill at blending improvisation with scripted humor, making her a beloved figure in comedy history. Her work not only inspired many, but also showed how a simple story from real life could be turned into something funnier and more engaging with a little creative twist. This approach helped her craft some of her most memorable routines, and her ability to improvise and adapt made her stand out as a performer. The moment became a testament to her talent for making anything comedic and memorable, contributing to her legendary status in television comedy. Her performance has continued to be remembered as an example of her genius in taking ordinary situations and turning them into extraordinary entertainment. The story of the dental incident, along with her Southern accent twist, remains a cherished part of her comedy legacy. It reminds us how inspiration can come from the most unexpected places and lead to moments that bring joy to millions. Through her humor, Burnett showed that laughter often begins with a simple spark of creativity and a willingness to enjoy the absurdities of life. Her sketches, especially the family episode inspired by Conway's dentist, continue to inspire comedians and fans alike, demonstrating the power of humor in everyday moments. After the 7th season, Carol Burnett decided to fire Harvey Korman because of his rude behavior towards the guests on the show. She believed that his attitude was inappropriate and disruptive to the friendly and respectful atmosphere she wanted to maintain. However, Korman realized his mistake and sincerely apologized for his actions. He worked hard to change his behavior and show respect to everyone involved. Because of his efforts to improve, Burnett was willing to forgive him and welcomed him back to the show. Harvey Korman's return was seen as a positive change, and he contributed once again to the comedy and entertainment that made the show popular. At the same time, Carol Burnett had a special feeling about Jim Nabors. She considered him her good luck charm because of the way he brought happiness and good energy whenever he appeared. She believed that Jim Nabors' presence had a positive effect on the show's success. As a result, she had a tradition of inviting him back at the start of each new season. Every time a new season began, Jim Nabors was part of the opening show, and his appearance was thought to bring good luck for the episodes to come. This special connection between Burnett and Nabors became a memorable part of the show's history, symbolizing friendship and the magic of a show that valued loyalty and positive energy. Despite receiving praise from critics for her talent and the quality of her performances, the soundtrack of The Carol Burnett Show faced challenges in achieving high ratings. During the 1969-1970 season, it reached its highest position at number 13, falling short of breaking into the top 10. This struggle to gain widespread popularity was partly due to the competition from other television programs and the challenges of attracting a larger audience. Throughout its run, the show featured many guest stars who brought extra excitement and appeal. Among the notable guests were political figure Ronald Reagan and comedian Robin Williams, both of whom added their unique style to the program and delighted fans. However, one significant opportunity was missed when Burnett was unable to book legendary actress Bette Davis. The reason for this was mainly budget constraints, which limited the show's ability to attract certain big-name stars. Despite these obstacles, the show continued to garner critical praise and was admired for its humor, talent, and the ability to bring together a wide range of guest stars. The soundtrack, which complemented the comedy and performances, played a key role in capturing the spirit of each episode, even if it didn't lead to soaring ratings. Over time, the show's reputation grew, but the ratings remained a challenge for it to reach the top tier of television programs. Nonetheless, the presence of distinguished guest stars like Ronald Reagan and Robin Williams highlighted the show's importance and its ability to appeal to diverse audiences. These stars, along with Burnett's own comedic brilliance, helped maintain the show's status as a beloved and influential part of television history, despite the ongoing ratings struggle. Now, many fans of The Carol Burnett Show can enjoy previously unseen episodes that have recently become available online. This development surprises and delights longtime viewers who may have missed these episodes during the original broadcast. It also introduces a new generation to the legendary show, allowing younger audiences to discover the comedy and talent that made it a classic. Carol Burnett's Show, which ran for many seasons, has a special place in television history because of its humor, memorable characters, and talented cast. Recognizing its timeless appeal, CTD acquired the digital multicast rights for all 11 seasons of the show. This means they now have the legal rights to stream every episode online, making the show more accessible to viewers everywhere. By streaming the show online, fans can watch it at any time, and from any place, without needing to find old tapes or DVDs. This move also helps keep the show alive in public memory, and encourages new fans to discover its comedy. As a result, Carol Burnett's influence continues to grow, and her show's legacy is preserved through this digital availability. Fans now have the chance to revisit classic sketches, enjoy memorable performances, and appreciate the timeless humor that made the show famous. With the show's return to the airwaves through online streaming, it becomes easier than ever for audiences to experience the magic of Carol Burnett. The availability of these unseen episodes offers a fresh opportunity for fans to celebrate the legacy of one of television's greatest comedians, and to enjoy her work in a new digital format. This move also ensures that Carol Burnett's comedy remains relevant and appreciated by viewers young and old, helping to preserve her influence in comedy history. By making all 11 seasons available online, CTD has created a new way for fans and newcomers alike to connect with the show's rich history and humor. The future looks bright for the show's legacy, as more people can now enjoy the comedy that made Carol Burnett a household name. The digital streaming of these unseen episodes signifies a new chapter for the show, allowing it to evolve with the times while keeping its charm intact. Fans eagerly await more surprises, and hope to see even more of these hidden gems from the show's past make their way onto digital platforms. Through these efforts, the show continues to inspire and entertain, bridging generations, and keeping Carol Burnett's comedy alive in the digital age. Certainly, I will now provide the detailed text based on the given subject and summary. Although Carol Burnett is widely recognized for her comedic talents and her successful career in television and theater, her personal life includes moments of deep pain and struggle. Her daughter, Carrie Hamilton, faced significant health and personal challenges, particularly with lung cancer, which cast a shadow over Burnett's life. Carrie battled this illness bravely, and during her fight, she also faced the difficult obstacle of substance abuse. She managed to overcome her addiction and remained sober for some time, demonstrating her strength and resilience despite her health issues. However, her illness was still severe, and her health continued to decline, eventually leading to her untimely death. Throughout her daughter's struggles, Burnett often found herself feeling helpless. As a mother, she wanted to fix everything and help her daughter through her pain, but she realized she could not control everything. Burnett expressed her feelings of helplessness and sadness about her inability to prevent her daughter's suffering. She struggled emotionally, feeling a deep sense of regret and frustration because she could not cure her daughter's illness or ease her pain. Despite her fame and accomplishments, Burnett's vulnerability showed her genuine love and concern for Carrie, making her emotional pain even more profound. This difficult chapter in Burnett's life reveals a side of her rarely seen on stage or screen. It humanizes her and shows how even those who seem larger than life are vulnerable to the hardships of life and the limitations of what they can do as parents and loved ones. Her feelings of helplessness and her ongoing concern for her daughter reflect her deep motherhood bond and the painful realities many families face when battling illness and addiction. Burnett's experience teaches a powerful lesson about love and acceptance as she dealt with her feelings of loss and longing while holding on to the hope that her daughter found peace. After Carrie's death, Carol Burnett expressed in her memoir how deeply it affected her family. She described how everyone was shocked and grief-stricken, feeling a loss that was hard to describe. Burnett shared that she spent many years trying to cope with the sadness and searching for ways to find peace. Despite the pain, she found strength through memories and the support of loved ones, but the sadness of losing Carrie stayed with her for a long time. Many years later, Burnett met a mysterious benefactor for lunch, and this meeting brought new feelings into her life. She remembers that the person was kind and generous, offering support when she needed it most. What made this moment special was that the benefactor chose to stay anonymous, even to Burnett's children. She was grateful, but also curious about the person's identity, even though she respected his choice to keep his identity secret. This act of kindness gave her comfort and showed how sometimes silent support can make a big difference. The whole experience, from the tragic loss to the chance meeting, highlights her journey through grief and the unexpected ways people can help us heal. Burnett reflected that such moments remind us that compassion and kindness can come from the most surprising places. Since she has been in the entertainment industry for many years, Carol Burnett has learned the value of handling rejection with grace. She believes that facing disappointment is part of life, and that everyone eventually gets their turn for success. Burnett often talks about how important it is not to be discouraged by setbacks, but to keep moving forward with a positive attitude. Despite her many accomplishments, she emphasizes that rejection does not define a person or their talent. When asked about her career, she often reflects on her past work and the fun she had during her original TV show, which was very popular and beloved by many. Now, at the age of 91, Burnett states she does not miss her show and feels that returning to TV would not be the best choice for her anymore. She feels satisfied with her past work and believes that her time in the spotlight has come to an end. Her attitude shows that she understands the importance of knowing when to step back and enjoy the memories rather than trying to relive past success. Burnett's words remind others that rejection is normal, and not returning to television is a sign of accepting aging and changing times. She values the fun and joy she had during her TV days, and feels at peace with her decision to move on. In her view, success is not only about fame, but about enjoying the journey and knowing when to let go. Her perspective encourages others to handle rejection positively and to find happiness in their current lives, understanding that sometimes it is best to cherish what was and accept what is. Although Carol Burnett is widely known for her legendary work in comedy and television, she has an artistic side that many people may not be aware of. She never originally set out to become a stage performer or comedian. Instead, her dream was to be a cartoonist. She loved drawing from a young age and still enjoys it as a hobby. Her passion for art has always been a part of her life, and she finds joy in creating images and illustrations, which is quite different from her entertainment career. Despite her success in comedy and acting, she has kept her interest in art alive. When it comes to relaxing and unwinding, Burnett prefers watching television shows, but not comedy. She favors binge-watching non-comedic cable shows such as Orange is the New Black, which offers drama and complex characters, House of Cards, known for its political intrigue, and The Newsroom, which focuses on journalism and current events. This preference shows that she appreciates stories that are more serious and thought-provoking, quite different from her funny performances on stage and screen. Her artistic talent and her taste for intense dramas highlight her diverse interests beyond the realm of comedy and performance. Burnett's artistic side and her enjoyment of dramas offer insight into her personality and her long-standing love of creativity, both on and off the stage. Because of the circumstances surrounding his behavior, Carol Burnett made the decision to fire Corman during the 7th season of her show. The main reasons for this action were his rudeness to guests and his general moodiness, which created an unprofessional environment that was not acceptable on a program that valued warmth and kindness. Burnett believed that maintaining a respectful and friendly atmosphere was essential, especially when dealing with guests who appeared on the show and interacted with the cast. After being let go, Corman recognized his mistakes and took responsibility for his actions. He offered a sincere apology to Burnett and the team, showing understanding of how his behavior affected others. Following his apology, Corman made efforts to improve his attitude and mood, demonstrating genuine remorse and a renewed sense of professionalism. Burnett appreciated his efforts to change and respected his honesty and willingness to grow. As a result, she welcomed Corman back to the show, accepting his apology and acknowledging the positive change in his demeanor. This event highlighted the importance of respect and kindness in the entertainment industry and showed that people can learn from their mistakes and improve. Despite the setback, the relationship between Burnett and Corman became stronger as he proved his commitment to being a better team member. Their story served as a reminder that even in a demanding environment, understanding, apology, and change can lead to reconciliation and continued collaboration. After a period away from her beloved work, she was overjoyed to return to CBS, where her talent and warmth have always been appreciated. To celebrate her close friend and colleague Corman's positive spirit, she had a special plaque made for his dressing room door. The plaque read Mr. Happy-Go-Lucky, a cheerful nickname that captured Corman's upbeat attitude and sunny personality. This gesture showed her how much she valued his good humor and the positive energy he brought to the show. She also expressed her happiness about being back on television and how important it is to keep her work alive for new generations. She believed that making episodes available online was a way to share her comedy and entertainment with viewers who might not have seen her in person. Her excitement about the future of her show and her friends' contributions was clear. The plaque served as a small but meaningful symbol of her appreciation for Corman's cheerful demeanor and her desire to bring joy to her audience. With her signature humor and kindness, she continued to inspire others, and look forward to many more happy moments